Hi everyone, and welcome to Share It Saturday. I hope that you will be able to join me live, but if you are out and about and enjoying this beautiful day, then hopefully you can catch me on replay. Hi Ramona, I am super excited to show you guys this technique. So I'm going to explain a little bit. I actually received a card like this years and years and years ago in a card swap before I was even a demonstrator, and I fell in love with the technique. But having said that, I had no idea how to do it. Always thought it was difficult. Hi, Michelle. Happy Saturday. Hi, Anne. Hi, Lindsay. Oh, thanks, guys. Hi, Michelle. So, I always kind of stayed away. I had looked it up a couple of times, never fully really grasping or understanding how to put it together. And then when I finally did, no lies, guys. It is so simple, but the technique is so effective. Some of you have probably made this style of card before, but if you haven't, I am hoping that you will jump on the bandwagon like I have and want to create these because they are so amazing. I did do them with my clubbers, and so I wanted to share with all of you as well. So I do have dimensions and things like that, which I will post on a different feed, but I will walk you through the technique tonight. So super excited to get started and show you. I'm seeing a few other names. Hi, Joyce. If I missed you, I am sorry. Okay, so I'm going to get started. Now, I did pre-prep all of my pieces. So I am starting with a card base, and of course this is our Blackberry Bliss, which I love, and that's 5.5 by 4.25. And then I did already emboss this piece with, of course, that gorgeous Painter's 3D folder. I love this folder, and this is 5.25 by 4, which I've already done. So what I actually want to do is I'm going to set that aside first, and I'm going to work on these pieces. So I've got 4 squares that are 2 by 2, and then an additional 4 squares that are 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. And you can see I've also pressed these as well. So I'm just going to take these pieces, and like, no lies, you guys, when you see how quick and simple this card comes together, but how amazing it looks, people will think you spent hours and hours and hours creating it, and you don't have to tell them otherwise, right? So you're just going to attach your 4 pieces just like this. And you can see I also pre-punched out my ice cream cones. I figured, you know what? Perfect for the season, right? So I'm just gonna get these lined up here. And then once you get your squares done, you can set those aside for the moment, which I'm gonna do. You are also going to need, this is 4 by 3/4 of an inch. You're just gonna need a strip like that. And my final piece, now I can't exactly remember. It is 2 by 9. And then what you want to do is you want to lay it out so that your flat edge is up against the edge. And I did pre-punch this as well. So you're just going to slide that in. And you are going to score at 2 inches. So 2-inch line. You're going to score at 2 3/4. And you're going to score at 3.5. And then your final is at 4 1/4. So that's 2, 2 3/4, 3.5, and 4 1/4 is where you're going to score on your little band. And this piece is actually going to become your technique piece. So once you've done that, you're just going to literally fold down so that it's in half, so on that 4 1/4 line. And then the best way to describe this is kind of like going up an escalator. So you want to fold on all of those scored lines, and you're just literally taking I'll call it a step. You're kind of moving it up a step until you are literally left with your square that is 2 by 2. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take that first square, and of course these are 2 by 2, and you are going to, I don't know what it is, guys. I always have 2 glues here. Like, my glues work perfectly fine. I make hundreds of cards, no lies. And then I come to do my Facebook Lives and they don't want to work. It's like Murphy's Law or something like that. Okay, so what you're literally going to do is you're going to take your first square and it is going to glue down right on top of that first 2-inch square that you had. Then you're just going to take this and you're going to slide it down 1. So now you've got this 1/2-inch piece, and you are going to go in and you're going to add your glue, and you're just going to add another one of your 2 by 2 squares. Oops, now I want to make sure that this is straight. So I'm just going to come back in, and bear with me for a second. I'm just going to lay that down. Okay, there we go. And you literally want to line it up right against that score line. Then you're going to shift it down again. And you're going to have, I don't know why my first square seems a little bit off, but it should be okay. There we go. You're going to have your next one. So again, you're just going to come in. You're going to add your glue. And you're going to line that right up along that edge of that score. And then you're going to take it down to that final one, and you've got another one of those 1/2-inch. So you're just going to go in, add your glue, take your final square, and add that on. So now you've literally got your pieces just like this, okay? Now, what you're going to do is you're going to take your mat and a paper piercer, and you're going to take your white mat that you have created, or whatever color you want, and your little band, and you're just going to set that down just like that, and about a 1/2 inch in and a 1/2 inch in, you're going to create 2 holes. And then you're going to take some brads. I know, remember brads, you guys? Guess what? They are coming back. We have new brads coming out in the next annual catalog. I know it. They're an oldie and a goodie. So you're just going to take those brads. You're going to put them through those 2 holes. And you're just going to lay that down just like this. Okay, so now you've got your mat, you've got your piece here that's being held by the brads. Now you're going to attach that onto your card base. Oh, I keep doing that. I'm going to get rid of that glue. There we go. Now, when you are gluing this down, I do recommend using Tombow glue or some tear tape because you really want this to hold. This is going to ensure that your whole mechanism works. So of course you don't want it to come off your base, right? So I love to use Tombow glue, as you guys know, for basically 98% of my projects. And especially with embossed layers, I love to use that Tombow glue because it is going to hold forever, but it also gives you just that little bit of wiggle room. Okay, so now we've got our card base, we've got our little band. So what you're going to do now is you're going to come back with your little, I'll call it a mechanical piece. It's not. And you're just going to flip it open, and you're literally going to slide it under, and you want to line it up. I want to line it up so that it's center in the middle of my card. And then what you're going to do is you're going to flip it back open again. Now, you only want to glue on this little band that you've just put down with your brads, and you want to keep it within the area of where your mechanism is. You don't want to go outside of that. So you're just going to put some glue right there. Then you're going to take this whole thing and you're literally going to glue it down just like this. And now again, I use my Tombow, so you want to make sure that it stays down. So while I'm waiting for that, I'm gonna decorate it. So now I've got my cute little scoops of ice cream. So I want to put these on. So I want to cover that sort of base, but I don't want to put any glue onto those bottom bubbles of my ice cream because it's going to hang down. And of course, you don't want glue on that bottom part of your card. So you're just going to take your little ice cream scoops. And again, you don't have to use ice cream scoops. I am for this particular card. You could use stamps for this. You could use designer series paper for this. You could use die cuts for this. Really, you can do whatever you want. Oops, I want to do this one first. You can do whatever you want with your little ice cream scoops. So I'm just going to come in and add this one. And as I go along and I add my little ice cream scoops, I want them to line up so that it looks like they're sort of cascading. So I'm just gonna pop this up and slide it under. And I don't want it to be seen. So I'm just gonna press that down. And then I'm gonna come down with my next ice cream. And again, the ones that you're setting along that bottom edge, you want to make sure that you're not putting any glue across that bottom because then you're going to run into some difficulties. All right, this is totally coming together. And then I'm going to show you the magic of this really cool technique. As you can see, I'm kind of lifting up my pieces and sliding in those ice cream. Now, my bottom is going to be this cute little cone, and I'm just going to go along that top edge here. Now, again, I am using the ice cream cone builder, which I love. And how cute is that? So you want to line up your cone. I'll just show you. You want to line up your cone with that bottom scoop, right? But then you're going to take your final ice cream scoop. So with this one, I used 7 different scoops of ice cream to be able to create. And I will open this whole thing up so you guys can see the final effect. All right. Are you ready? So quick, so simple. And what happens is you pull along that bottom edge, and that is what happens. You get this super cool waterfall. I'm pulling it really slow so that you guys can see how it works. But how cute is that? Now, I have another one here that I've been playing with for a while, so it rolls really well. So you can see how that works using the little ice cream scoops. How cute is that? But again, I'm just gonna pop up so that I can see you. You can, I had a couple, I had this version that I made. Now this is just using stamps. And as you can see, I just stamped and colored, and the exact same technique. You could also do it so that they went this way as well, but I like it going like that, waterfall technique. Again, this was something that I have seen for so long and have wanted to do, and I just absolutely love that effect. And honestly, anybody who got a card like this, I think would love it as well. So thank you guys so much for joining me this evening. Yay, you have glue. Oh, I missed something, so I will go back and read the comments. I know I've got so many of these that I have to go back and reread comments and post and all of that. But thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I hope that you enjoyed this technique, and I will be posting tomorrow for my mystery card, and I am going to be doing dimensions tomorrow for Mystery Card Monday, and then hopefully I will see you again. I hope I'll see you all on Monday, and if you haven't made a card, you still have a couple days to get in for that. All right, guys, have a fantastic night. Mwah. Bye.